Episode 11. If you had a drawing to reference, do you think you could sculpt a person's face too? Well, the thing is, sculpting human faces is still a bit of a challenge for me. Okay, crap, is that too much to ask with his current level of experience? I've tried sculpting my family's faces before though. Oh, that's a relief to hear. But, what now? Is it because you think it'll take you a long time? Instructor Collivan gave us just a little over a week to complete our assignment. If Alfeo can't finish it in that time, I'll have to try something else. Fortunately, I'm on break starting tomorrow, so I think I'll be able to finish it in about 4 days. I swear, this guy is playing mind games with me. Oh, I see. That's perfectly fine. Oh, before I say anything that might make things worse, I better just commission him and go. Here's your reference for the drawing. I'm counting on you. It's meant to be a gift, you know. Oh, and I'll make sure to pay you, so don't worry about that. What do you mean, you'll pay me? You shouldn't. No. Your woodcrafting skills are a result of your hard work. It's only right that I reward you for it. After all, I'm a Lombardi, and all of us pride ourselves for dealing fair transactions. So please accept my payment, Alfeo. It's your right to claim it. I will try my best then. Good. One last thing. Huh? The log you'll be using. Could you come pick it up yourself? It's a little heavy for me to carry alone. Tia, let's play. Come play with us. Do you want to play hide and seek? Or a game of tag? What do you want to do? E5 p.m. I'm busy. I can't play with you guys. Liar, you're not busy at all. You only read books all day. You're so mean, Tia. Keep this up and I won't ever play with you guys again. What? No! Then let's make a promise. I'm really busy right now, so I'll play with you guys later when I have a little bit more free time. Really? Really? You promise? Yeah, do you want to meet Pinky promise? Bye-bye, Tia. Spam. I have a sneaking suspicion that they'll come for me again tomorrow anyway. The past 3 pays. Florentia, look. It's cute Snake. I've got a cute cat air pillar. Found her 30+ meters away and came running over. Florentia, you don't mind eating carrots? Wah, you eat bell peppers too. Interrupted her meals. Choked on her food that day. Where are you going, Florentia? Don't go. Play with us. Come play. Kept begging her to play all day, etc. It's so strange though. Why are those two obsessed with me? In my past life, not only did they have no interest in me, but they also cut all ties with the Lombardis and took on their father's last name, Schultz, after Aunt Shananette had divorced him. Speaking of which, why did Aunt Shananette divorce Bastian Schultz anyway? From what I recall, he even abandoned his own surname because he loved Shananette so much. Tia, come look at this. I finally finished my new book. W. Wu. Playing nice. What kind of book did you write this time? Show me. I wrote one you'll absolutely love. Do you want to read it with me? Yes. In the past, Dad wrote several books just like this. He never pursued higher education at the academy or actively participated in any academic activities. So the books he wrote serve up no other purpose than filling up the bookshelves at home. But regardless of what he had achieved, he seemed to be truly happy with what he had. What did he write anyway? Dedicated to my lovely daughter Tia, to prepare for the day when she'll get her first. Debutante dress. I booked this so I could give it to you when you finally turned old enough to wear these dresses. This book doesn't go into specific details, but it'll still tell you what kinds of dresses have been popular in the Lambru Empire. Throughout the generations, trends always tend to circulate over time, so I'm sure it'll be useful. Normally, picking out a debutante dress is the responsibility of the mother. But for you, Tia, I'll be taking care of it. So don't worry, okay? In my past life, I wasn't even able to hold my own debutantes. After my father passed away, I might as well have been invisible. None of the nobles would ever send me invitations. And at the time, I was more focused on getting work done for the Lombardis instead of planning my debut in high society. By the time I'd found my own place within my family, the rooms I'd shared with my father had long since been emptied, and I no longer had my father's books in my possession. I have no doubt that he wrote this book for me in my past life too, hoping that one day he'd be able to choose a dress for me. Dad. You have to be the one to choose a dress for me in the future, okay? Of course. We'll read through this book together and study all our options before making our decision. Yes, we sure will. I hope that this time, he'll be able to see me at my own debutante, and that I'll walk with him hand in hand in the dress he personally chose for me. In order to make it a reality, Oh, they're here. Dad, I want to go for a walk outside in the garden. Right now. What? Now? You want to go like this? Yes, hurry. I really, really want to go. Tia, walk more slowly. You'll fall over. It's time for me to pave the road for my father. Episode 14. Remove the tarp. Rub. What's the material of this cloth? Well, you see, they were woven together using kuroi threads. Kuroi. It's a type of fabric that's traditionally used in the South. Sir Croydon here acquired them for us. Steps? You acted all high and mighty earlier, but it seems like you don't know all that much either. Snake. It's totally understandable that he did not recognize it. This may be one of our traditional fabrics, but it's only used in the South, so it's not well known elsewhere. But new things are always bound to attract attention. I'm sure it'll be a worthwhile investment. Is that what you think? It's a shoddy business, and their products are hardly worth selling. The Empress must have started this business to generate funds to use for bribery. To think this was the best she could come up with. V's, that brat, must gotten all worked up at the thought of becoming closer with the Empress without even considering whether the business would be successful or not. If it fails, not only will he have to take responsibility for it, but he'll also have to face the wrath of the Empress. Viez. This business. Pop in. Whoa! There's so much cloth here. Florentia? Grandfather. Ahem. We adults are talking business, so go somewhere else and play. Shoo! Wow! I thought I heard your voice. It really was you. Who? Shoo? Shoo? Did you come here because you heard me? Yes, I was out on a walk with Dad. I heard the instructor's voice as well, so. What's all this anyway? There's so much of the same fabric here in one place. This is kuroi, a fabric made from a type of grass. We were in the middle of discussing whether we could sell this and make a profitable business. Lift. Oh, I see. Profitable. This is bound to fail. In the past, the Lombardis, who had agreed to this business plan all too quickly without knowing any of them. Products' qualities ended up wasting a great amount of money without gaining any profit. As a result, they suffered a huge monetary loss and became the laughingstock in the business field for a long, long while. I want to try touching it too. It's dangerous to lean over like that, Florentia. But even if I pointed out all the flaws in their business plan, no one would listen to a kid like me. The only person who can step in is Tia. You can't just run off like that. Pant. My father. Dad. Grandfather says he's going to sell all this fabric. Glaive. DSB 6. I'm so sorry, Father. And you too, brother? Come now. Tia, we shouldn't be interrupting their discussion. Why don't we go somewhere else? But Dad, look at this. Apparently, this is koroi, a fabric made of grass. How can you make fabric from grass? It's so fascinating. Koroi? Oh, so this is cloth made of koroi. This is the first time I've ever seen it in person. Just as I've read. It's so coarse. I apologize. I was so mesmerized to see something I've only heard of in books. Tia, we should go now. No, we can't leave like this. My great plan to give Dad an opportunity to prove himself is, tell us more about what you know, Gallahan. Steps. Hesitant. Well, to tell you the truth, I don't know much else about it either, Father. Scratch? The only other thing I know is that around 100 years ago, a small region of the empire once used cloth made of koroi. Awkward. It was incredibly easy to make, and the raw materials could be easily procured, so it was a type of fabric that commoners often used. Hold on, did you just say commoners? Do you really think this is cloth used by mere commoners? Steps? I'm sorry. Yes, as you can see, the texture is very rough, so it wouldn't be suitable to make clothes for nobles. That can't be true. The one who told me about this fabric said that commoners and nobles alike would make use of it often. But even if you say that, how would we make any sort of profit with commoners as our main source of revenue? Didn't my son Bias say that you acquired this fabric all by yourself? Flinch. Well, you see, I might as well have done it myself, considering a very well-informed person got it for me instead. It seems you've been scammed by that so-called well-informed person. Tremble. Urge. The thing is, there's another great disadvantage of using koroi other than its texture. Once it's been woven together, it only lasts for a short amount of time. Just as I had thought. I heard these natural fibers are quite vulnerable to humidity. It seems like all of it has been ruined by the recent downpour of rain. What? How could this be? He must feel completely defeated. I don't think he has another alternative. Koroi is a common type of grass, so you'll see it all over our lands as well. If you manage to procure the raw materials from nearby, you should be able to produce another batch very quickly. Is that so? Yes. Also, this is just my personal suggestion. But if you're planning to market your products to nobles, why don't you mix in some cotton flannel when manufacturing the fabric? Cotton flannel. Yes. To be honest, koroi isn't that terrible of a material. After all, it's very lightweight and isn't stuffy to wear. In addition, gathering since the materials needed is fairly simple, you can cut back on the production. Costs quite a bit. Oh. Nod. So if you invest your money into cotton flannel instead and use it to manufacture the fabric, You should be able to create a new cloth that's smooth to the touch and is comfortable to wear. But mixing cotton flannel into fabric requires a high level of skill. Pop mas in. You'll have to find professional weavers who meet those standards. W weavers. Fortunately, Lombardi has a guild of skilled weavers, so we have the workers necessary for the job. But in addition to covering the costs for the development and research of your new fabric, you'll need to split a portion of your profit to pay your workers based on their level of contribution. How much do you think I should set aside? Considering the average essay lari and skill of our workers, I'd say, well, we should get going now. Tia, say goodbye to both your uncle and grandfather. Wow, what is he doing? He did all the work for them, and now he just wants to go. I can't believe him. Gallahan, I want you to personally oversee this business. Father, I believe Sir Croydon needs an advisor who's knowledgeable about this subject. What do you think? You're absolutely right, my lord. I need all the information I can get about our products. I'd feel very confident if someone as well informed as Lord Gallahan offered to help me with my new business. Since this involves the Lombardis, I will help you to the best of my ability as well, Lord Gallahan. But I'm not that good with business. Grab. Dad, are you going to help that man? We really can't afford to lose this opportunity. You're so cool. Surrender. All right then, should we head in and rewrite our business contract? Lord Gallahan, please come this way. Ugh. Arch. We did it. Dad should be able to use his knowledge to fill in the gaps in Croydon's plan. After that, we're set. No one but a fool would dare try to stand in the way of a business that has been established by the Angenas and the Lombardi families. Vies is only receiving attention from the other nobles because he's the eldest son, and because Dad and Laurels have no publicity of their own. That's why Vies would always attend the banquet at the Imperial Palace as our family's representative. But the true Lombardi heir will be chosen through a strict competition. If this business becomes a huge success, my father and I might actually be invited to the Imperial banquet for once. Besides, there's someone I have to meet up with as soon as possible. Namely being the two-end prince, Perez Brabasio Durelli. And he's at the Imperial Palace. Episode 13. Wah, you're done. It was really hard. No, it was what you asked me to do. Can I take a look? Yes, feel free. There's something I need to fix. No. In my eyes, it's perfect. Thank you very much. No, thank you for giving me the chance. And you trusted me. Actually, I had a lot of worries. I'm a carpenter in my family. I was wondering if it was really all right for me to spend time on sculpture. But after I got the job from my lady, I realized while working on it, sculpture is fun too. Right now, I'm going to succeed my father as a carpenter, but I will do sculptures during my breaks. Then, maybe one day I'll really become a sculptor. Thank you, my lady. What you said about my sculpture, that it's worth it. It was a great help to me. How long has he been troubled by this in his past life? What? Isn't that too much? This is the promised pay. It's rough for Alfeo as a carpenter, but he was constantly working on pieces during his holiday. He walked silently on his own path. After a hard time, he finally succeeded. He was even given the surname John, which means beauty by the emperor. He was finally reborn as Alfeo John. You know, Alfeo, you don't want to sculpt only on holidays, right? What? If you can, you want to do it every day. Right? From now on, you won't have enough time to learn carpentry. The evergreen forest that Vizer destroyed in my past life, except the symbolism tree given by the emperor. It was very meaningful to grandfather. My grandmother, who hated the dead leaves. She enjoyed taking a walk with grandfather along the trail of evergreen forest. Even after she died, grandfather was repeating the same routine every day. Even until he lost his eyesight, even when the legs no longer listened to him, he kept doing it. Grandpa, Florentia, what are you doing here? I've been waiting for you because I have something for you. You got something for me? Yes, quickly, quickly. Sweetheart, you're going to fall. What is this? Natalia? It's a present from me, Grandpa. My dad drew a picture of my grandmother. I asked my friend to carve with it. This. Grandfather lost his sight in his later year. Because of that, he was sad that he couldn't see grandmother in the portrait anymore. But if it's a statue, even if you lose your sight of old age in the future, you will still be able to fumble with your fingertips to draw grandmother's portrait. This is a gift for me. Yes? Do you like it? I like it very much. But isn't a gift has no price. You recognized right away that it's our homework. Did my present please grandfather? Yes, I have a lot of happy memories with Natalia at that time. Whenever I look at this statue, I will be very happy. Then that's enough. If grandfather is happy, I am happy too. The prominence in the class can be revealed at any time. In fact, the purpose of the class itself is not an evaluation to elect the next major shareholder. It's not a losing business if you can score points from grandfather. But it's impolite to just get such a nice gift. I hope I'm not becoming a shameless person. Is there anything you want? What I want. It's not wrong to ask for money for the assignment here. What I want is, then grandfather, my friend who carved this statue. His name is Alfeo. A credit for introducing hidden geniuses to grandfather who values talent above everything else. You can't go wrong with that. Now, shall we take a look at the results of the task? Sir, Failsack, you didn't do it. What about you two? We sold it to a servant. We got paid for the firewood. We didn't force it. That's right, they were sold to someone who really needed firewood. That's fine. How about you, Miss Laura? It was made into charcoal, and I sold it to a blacksmith shop. I had to pay some money to the servants who helped me with it. So, I made 15 copper coins. That's great. You made use of the wood by turning it into charcoal and traded it with a place that needed it. It's a good judgment. Thank you. This is unexpected. Laura, who always seemed quiet and timid, has that kind of behavior. And finally, Florentia. Did you finish the task? Yes, I did my best, teacher. Then, where's the money? Over here. I got the log carved and gave it as a gift. The recipient was very happy and gave me this emerald brooch. Of course, I paid a reasonable compensation to the person in charge of the sculpture. You're lying. Who would give such jewelry for a piece of wood? You're lying by bringing Uncle's stuff, aren't you? The recipient of the sculpture is grandfather, so you can confirm it with him. Veilsack, you said I'm humble and low-key, right? And I'll end up living and dying like my mother, a commoner. Keep feeling it. You were pushed back by the person you were mocking. How does it feel to be deprived of everything you believed was yours? It's just the beginning. Episode 14. Then, that's all for the class today. Wow! Laura, Florentia, you did a great job on today's assignment. What? No? Florentia was better than me. The brooch is really nice. You did the same. Lara's answer is the core of commerce. Are you always reading books? Thank you. Veilsak's sister is Lara. In my previous life, as soon as she became an adult, she was arranged by the Empress to be married to an aristocrat with a huge age difference, the harassment from her husband, and the servants who were indifferent to their families. Together with her father ignoring her, Lara gradually dried up. Soon after, she withered away alone at her husband's estate, far from Lombardi, and returned to the soil. A vulnerable girl who cried in silence, saying she didn't want to leave Lombardi. That was the last memory of Lara that I could remember. At that time, I thought she was just a delicate and weak flower. I was wrong. Lara is much wiser than Veilsak and the twins. If you don't mind, can we be friends from now on? This is my second class, so I hope Lara can help me a lot from now on. Yes. If you grow up well, your talent will be useful to Lombardi. So, I won't let you go in vain in this life. I'm sorry I'm late. Father was. I heard that the meeting with the Lombardi bank manager is getting longer. What a lucky fellow. I'll be more careful next time, older brother. Come to think of it, it's hard to see your face these days. Are you still busy? Well, I'm doing some work that Father asked me to do. Even if it's just some work, it's giving me a couple of problems. Father entrusted you with work? That's it. I heard that, apparently, you stole older brother's business. Laurels, are you kidding me? Pardon? Oh no, I wouldn't dare. Would I? It's not like that. Yeah, I'll tell you now that we were talking about it. Gallahan, you seem proud just because you've done a great job once. It was just a fluke, so it's not going to happen again. Enjoy it while you can. I'm so sorry about what happened, Ed, brother. But I didn't mean to do this either. If you want to, you can do this again. You want me to take back my own business? How dare you? Gallahan, are you mocking me? Older brother, stop. Older sister, you're making too much fuss, VA. Father is coming soon. Are you going to keep acting like this? Cuke, damn it. Older brother, where are you going? Looking at this guy makes me feel sick in my stomach. I'm going to get some fresh air. Let's do together, brother. Thank you, older sister. I just don't like loud noises, but I lived thanks to you. Sigh. You're still a coward. Like a squirrel. Pardon. It gets frightened by the smallest thing and runs away. It hides inside its den and never fight. Ha! But Callahan, you can't protect anything by running away and hiding. Apparently your daughter is quite bright. A lion can't come out of a coward, so what should be done? I'm worried. Your weakness might ruin the child. Here we go. The rules are the same. Don't leave the main building. It's a foul when it's dangerous, or if it's somewhere that I can't see at all. Okay? Yes. Yes. Episode 15. Really? There's a guy named Gallahan. Yes, Your Majesty. He's very knowledgeable. He's Lombardi's third son. He's a little timid, but he's much better than his brother, Vijay. He's better than his brother. Oh my God! I made a slip of the tongue. That's interesting. Your Majesty. Isn't that interesting? The original law of the empire were based on the oldest son inheriting the family. And yet, Lombardi encourages competition for succession, and the other noble families followed them. And apparently, my son has a younger brother, with red eyes like this rose. It's crude. You told me that Viajay, the oldest son, has a son and a daughter, right? Does Gallahan have children? What? Oh yes, he does. He has a daughter called Florentia, who is about to turn 8. I saw her once, and she was really pretty. 8. That's not bad. Just in time today, Astana went to Lombardi to meet VA's son. I'll ask him about her when he gets back. I mean, won't it be nice for him to have a female friend? First of all, let's start from picking up the hat. And then guide me to the front of the mansion. Wow. I don't want to. This is really bad luck. Yes, hurry up. What? I said no. If you're lost, I'll show you around. But pick up your hat by yourself. You are much closer to the hat in the first place. So why should I do that for you? Now that I see it, it seems that you don't understand. If you go and pick it up now, you're gone alive, you ugly bastard. Tip. Where did this guy come from? From bad luck to bad language. I don't like it. If you had gone at this time, I would have brought it. When you compare him one by one, he's the same as Veilsack. For a moment, if you think about it, that hair color, the color of his eyes. They're unusual. Prince, where are you? Don't tell me. Veilsack's best friend. The one who ruined my family. Now you know who I am, right? The first Prince Astana Narempe Jarel. Now bow to me and apologize for your previous rudeness and fulfill my orders faithfully. What? You want me to do that because you're a prince? I, as a Lombardi, don't have to keep pace with such childish behavior. I don't know about that. What? I said I don't know. You. I'm sure. Huh? Your hat is rolling again. Can't you hear me to pick it up right away? Eh? You know, you shouldn't have thrown it away in the first place. If you wanted to get it back. No matter what you say, I won't pick it up. I'm not your servant. How dare you ignore me? Where are you going? Come back here right now. It's an order. Hey! How dare you ignore me? I'll kill you when I caught you. Prince! Oh my God, you're here. Lombardi's mansion is complicated. You shouldn't walk around by yourself. Where are the knights? They are outside the gate. Tell them to come in. But Prince, the Lombardi's rules. Nanny, everything in the empire belongs to the emperor. And I am the one who will succeed him. So what the hell is Lombardi? Why do I have to follow their rules? If you understand, bring the knights. Now, no matter what you say, I won't pick it up. I'm not your servant. How dare you ignore me? You'll see when the knights come. Hey, this is so lame. Yes. Florentia found us so quickly. That's right. Did you secretly watch us hide? That's right. No, it's just that the places you guys were hiding at were simple. Okay then, let's do it again. This is all because of the first prince. I couldn't do anything else to avoid him, so I quickly looked for the twins instead. Aleph, this time, we won't go out to the garden. We will only hide inside the first floor of the main building. There's a lot of places to hide here too, right? Yes, good. Perhaps the garden outside. But the first prince would never enter the main building of the mansion. Now then, I'll count to 100 here. Who are they? They look a little different from the servants. Those aren't Lombardi Knights' uniforms. They must be playing hide and seek too. They are even looking under the table. The main building of the mansion is the home of the Lombardi bloodline. And yet they are searching at this place without Lombardi's permission while being armed. Don't tell me. First prince, you crazy bastard. Did you just use the Imperial Knights in Lombardi's mansion? Episode 16. Inside Lombardi's mansion, a member of the Imperial family can be accompanied by armed Imperial Knights. It is clear what this long-standing pledge means. The two families are not just in charge of their own personnel, but they are also mutually inviolable, an alliance that must be maintained for the survival of the empire. Neyron? Gilly! The first prince, who is only 10 years old, broke the pledge. Run! Tia? What's going on? I don't have time to explain. Just run all the way to grandfather's office. They are adults, and we are kids. We can't outrun them. As long as he pretends to be ignorant, it will be troublesome in some way if we were caught. But it's different if we reach grandfather's office. No matter how powerful they are, they won't be able to go all the way there. It will be safe up to that point. Wow, we're seeing each other again. He's really a lunatic, isn't he? Even the emperor has to watch his behavior when he's in Lombardi's mansion. And yet, this little prince who isn't a crown prince is doing something like this. Where's all the insolence that dared to disobey me? Do you finally understand? Then, boil her. If you kneel down and beg me, you'll live. Who are you? Why should Tia get on her knees? These two, get rid of them. Don't touch these kids. You know the pledge between Lombardi and the imperial families, right? Inside Lombardi's mansion, you dare to touch Lombardi's descendants and still be safe from it. What should I do? Do I really have to get on my knees? You're alive right now. You're not supposed to die like this. What is it? Do you think crying will solve anything? Yes, right. It's going to work. What's with that look? Are you going to destroy me again? What are you doing in Lombardi? H. Head. It's... Get out of the way. Mother. Are both of you okay? Any injuries? It's okay. Tia protected us. That bad guy was asking Tia to kneel down. Okay. Thank you very much, Tia. You must have been surprised. Oh, no. I'm fine. That's very respectable. Gallahan raised you well. Incombre's son. I was informed about the visit, but I didn't expect something like this to happen, Prince. No. She's acting right now. Didn't the prince learn about the promise between Lombardi and the imperial families? I've heard of. An old story. There's a land in this empire where the Imperial's knights aren't allowed to enter. No way my father would allow such a ridiculous rule to be made. Not Jovis's, the ancestor of the emperor. The first emperor, Romatoli Durelli. It was a pledge made between him and Benox Lombardi, the head of the Lombardi family back. Then, how can you mention father's name so? All of you. The prince's teaching is insufficient. He can't tell right from wrong. How can he get carried away like this? Sorry. Wow. He's being dismissed as ignorant in the public. You know this is enough to protest against the imperial family. But I'll think of it as a mistake for this one time since the prince is still young. In front of anyone, even in the face of the imperial power, he does not bow his head. This is Lombardi. It's all because she ignored me in the first place. She mocked me by refusing my order to pick up. Let's stop this. It's not good for the prince if His Majesty finds out about this. Kyug. These useless things. Fine, let's go. I don't want to be in this place anymore. Come on, that's it. Florentia. I'm going to get into trouble. I acted rashly. I even involved the twins in danger. I barely won grandfather's favor. Yes, Grandpa. Please do say, what are we going to do? Episode 17. What am I going to do? I thought I finally won grandfather's favor. Well done, Florentia. You don't have to listen to the prince's order. Remember, a Lombardi should act like a Lombardi in front of others. I'm going to the office now. You take care of Florentia and the children. Yes, father. Come here, Florentia. You must have been surprised. Let's go back to your place. Yes, Auntie. Did I just get complimented? My behavior was. A Lombardi. How's Florentia? She's in deep sleep. Yes, no matter how strong she is, a child is still a child. It is praiseworthy to be able to stand up against such a thing. No matter how young the prince is, he can't enter the main building without permission. First, lay the child on the sofa. Yes, Lady Shananet. Tia. Ah, older sister. They're trying to wake her up. You must be working. Yes? Yes. Originally, I wanted to bring the child to you, but now that we've come to this, let's talk. Yes, sister. I can tell that you're overwhelmed with all the sudden responsibilities. But Gallahan, Florentia is still young. She's at the age where she needs care. Are you aware that as a father recently, you've been neglecting her? I didn't think well. Even now, don't tell you're going to quit your job and focus only on Florentia now, are you? That, how? What a vulnerable guy. It's true that you were born and raised in Lombardy. But let me ask you just one question. How long do you think father will stay healthy, Gallahan? Sister, that's... Vijay is greedy. I know. If you're going to remain laying low like you are now, you might be able to live in peace for the moment. But, Gallahan, when fat hair's strength weakens, what do you think will happen? This is the only thing I can do right now. Won't you feel sorry for your daughter who was humiliated? Or do you think it would interfere with Vijay, who purposely tried to get closer to the emperor? Fortunately, you are smart. Your appearance is also well liked. If you could be a little more aggressive, it won't be hard for you to deal with others. While father is still holding, build your strength. And since you'll be away from home starting tomorrow, send Florentia to me. I don't have much work unlike you, so it's not hard to look after another child. Thank you, sister. Well, I'm the child's aunt. Tia. I'm sorry, Tia. I thought I was loving you as much as I could, along with your mother's share. As a parent, that's not enough. I promise. Tia, I'll protect you no matter what. You didn't listen to me. Prince, I'm sure I told you to be careful when you visit Lombardi. I'm sorry, Mother. Soon, the prince should give a gift as a sign of apology to the Lombardi. What? But, ugh, Prince. Yes, Mother. It was very humiliating today, wasn't it? Yes, it was. What made the prince feel so humiliated? Well, I'm the crown prince and I'm going to rule the empire in the future. But they acted as if they were the masters of this empire, right? Lombardi family is like that. They have lost their respect towards the imperial family. They believe only in that. Meager amount of money. Respect. So don't ever forget what happened today, Prince. And that child, Florentia, shall regret for being rude to the prince. I'll make them happen at all costs. That's why you only need to listen to me. Yes, Mother, episode 18. Okay, that's it for today's class. And there's an assignment for today. Haha, it's not that difficult. Of course, it won't be very easy too. It depends on the person. Doesn't this sound like a hot iced tea? You have time until the next class. What's the most valuable property to a merchant? Think of the answer to this question. Isn't that obviously money? Then that will be the answer from Gilly. Well, let's discuss more about it in the next class. Tia, aren't you leaving? Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to straighten my cushion. Come on, leave that to the servant. Yeah, why are you doing it? You guys, that's because of my previous life wasn't as good. Huh? Come to think of it, Veilsec isn't here today. Thanks to that, today's class was more pleasant without his snoring. Veilsec followed Father to a meeting. Oh, Lorraine. You're really pretty today, like a fairy. Hey, Lorraine. Hello, Florentia. There you go, Florentia. Florentia. What is your favorite color? Yes? ER red. I see. Thank you. See you again next time. Huh? Well, yes. What is it? Why did you ask me about my favorite color? I see. Tia likes red. Red, oh red. They said that. I don't know what are they thinking about. Really? I think I know. Yes? It's your birthday soon. I was about to ask Father about it. Tia, what do you want for your birthday? Ha 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 ha. If I think about it, my 8th birthday is about a month away. I've been so busy lately that I forgot my birthday. I want a teddy bear. I want a huge teddy bear. A teddy bear? I thought Tia doesn't like dolls. I'm screwed. Stop thinking about what a child might want. I hated it because I thought a doll will move by itself at night. See, come to think of it, maybe doll isn't an idea. But then, there's nothing that I want to ask as a gift. You can't really ask for a villa in a secluded place. Just a good book. Okay. How about a horse, Tia? Horse? I'll get a young 1-year-old male horse. It will get attached to you if you keep and raise it. By the time you become an adult, you'll have a very good arse. No, is that something that can easily work? Moreover, your daughter was trampled to death by a horse before she came back. Then, you can go for a horse riding side by side with Dad. My daughter is going to look great riding the horse. Yeah, I'm going to ask for it now. Hey, Dad. Thank you. But wouldn't that be too pitiful for the young horse? Yes, pitiful. It has not been long since he was born, and yet he will need to leave his mom. I would be so sad if I were the horse. It's sad, but at the same time, I don't have good memory with horse too. Instead of using the money to raise a horse, it's better to just give it to me. Tia, I'm sorry that I didn't think about this properly. Let's bring the mother horse with us too. What? Like what you said, it's cruel to separate the young horse from its mother. So let's buy the horse's mother too. Won't they be happy together without being apart? That's true, Father. But a mare that can give birth is far more expensive than a young male horse. But if you think about it, Father is a Lombardi. Yes, let's do that. How can Tia be so kind-hearted? Huh? Yeah, I should learn how to ride a horse. Then the gift had been decided. Tia, don't be alone today. Why don't you go out with Dad? I wonder if we're going for a picnic. It came out softer and lighter than I thought. It's easy to dye, and it's breathable. The demand for it is expected to increase in summer. I didn't expect Father was going to talk about business. But it's still months away until summer. I'm glad to hear how Father's work is going, thanks to me. So far, we've produced about this much. Where? Is he talking about the finished product made with Koroi fabric? The number of workers? Wow, this looks more luxurious than I thought. It's a bit thick, but it's lightweight, so it won't be burdensome. It's also soft to touch and absorbs well. For now, it would probably be best to look at the reactions of the aristocrats at the shop. Ping District. The quality is good, so I'm sure we'll be able to receive good feedback if we wait. Is that so? I guess we'll just have to wait and see. No. Why are you wasting your time waiting for feedback or such a good product? Yes, other than that, the collaboration between Lombardi and Angenas is enough to make headlines. Anyone that's quick on getting information will pay attention to this business. All we need right now is the opportunity to bring people into contact with the good itself. Is there any good method? That's it. Episode 19. By any chance, did you hear about that? I heard Lombardi and Angenas collaborated this time. I'm looking forward to it. It's a collaboration between Lombardi, the gold breeding tree, and Angenas, the Empress family. It must be great, right? I heard it's a textile business. I wonder what it really is. They are bringing in some new silk from the West, aren't they? That's possible. Angenas was originally a family from the West. If they're with Lombardi, I'm sure they are able to procure it from such a far distance. Damn it, that business was started by me. It was supposed to be mine. VA, my dear. Other people are watching. Everyone is whispering like that, waiting for you to make a mistake. Are you going to ruin your reputation by falling for such shallow trick? Why don't we get some fresh air? Damn it! They knew it was my business, and yet they were making such a fuss about it. It's even at a meeting that I hosted. It's time for Gallahan to get it. After all, it's just a low-end cloth business. It's just a commoner's cloth. How good would it be, even if it worked out? He is. That guy from Angenas. He's also stupid. How dare he bring me some clothes like that to bargain? I can't believe you're speaking ill of Angenas in front of me. And Angenas. Yes, if you had gone ahead, you would have been in trouble. Gallahan is the third and youngest son who had always been unemployed. There's no way you'll be able to do the right business for the first time. You. Given the opportunity, why don't we start a new and better business with Angenas? Don't be anxious, VA. In this society, Lombardi will always be your name. I want to see more, Dad. There. Ouch. Tia, are you okay? Did you get injured? I am fine, Dad. By the way, Dad's cloth. That's it. It's spelled 0M top as planned. You can always make the cloth again. It's more important that you didn't get hurt. Gallahan. Ah, Father. I'm sorry. I'll quick. Lie, call my servant. Don't tell me. All this tea water is absorbed by only this small piece of cloth. Yes, the papers below it aren't wet. It can be used for much more than I thought. If we include his in the instruction when we deliver this to the clothing store, it will definitely draw attention. No, that's not it. That's not enough, Dad. Did Father's cloth absorb all the tea? That's amazing. Will other people fight for it if they were fascinated by that? I don't know. It would be nice if it worked like what Tia said. Huh? Why? Won't they like it too? Well, it's the first fabric Dad made. So there are still a lot more people who don't know about this fabric. Yes, Dad. That's the point. If you use it first, I'm sure everyone will want it too. Tia, what did you just say? It's so amazing and soft. Once you touched it, you'll keep wanting to touch it. Even if we manage to secure the initial inventory amount, we don't know how well it will be received until after it was launched. We can't cut down the number of workers. If we just wait for the people's response, how will we be able to cover the workers' pay? Only the amount of stock in the storage will increase while we wait. Isn't it better to actively promote the fabric you made? Try it. In advance? Yes, the quality of the fabric is great. If only people could try it in advance. That's a good idea. Why don't you choose the aristocrats, who will be your main customers, and give them prototypes made out of this fabric? But there's not much time left until the launch. It would have to be a simple product if we're trying to meet the deadline. That's it. Please make me a handkerchief. Tia, it would be so pretty if you cut it into small pieces and embroider it with small flowers in the corner. I want to brag about it to Gilly and Marin. It could be a good prototype. There's no special process needed. It just needs to be trimmed and cut neatly. It'll be fine to add simple decoration too. Like Tia said, embroidery. Some people might not carry handkerchiefs, in this case. Pea pen, paper. I'll have to write this down first. That's it. Dad will make it work. It's not supposed to be like this. But I'll need to meet with Durak right now. Father, do you happen to? I'll take care of her, so don't worry about it. Take care, Dad. I'll be back then. Now that it's done, Florentia, will you have dinner with Grandpa today? Huh? This is an unexpected achievement. Yes, Grandpa. I want to eat meat. What? This looked delicious. Yes, eat a lot and grow up well. Cut the meat on the child's plate. This is not a flattery by any means. Since he's the special chef, I knew he's going to be good. I can't believe there's such a difference from the cooking at our place. This is unfair. Gee, Grandpa, eat a lot too. This grandfather is full just by looking at you eat well. By the way, Florentia, do you have anything you want? What I want? Is this about my birthday present? Yeah, I heard you love books. What about a small library? Wow, library. What? Library? The scale is too big. It's my youngest granddaughter's birthday. It should be enough for me to gain reputation. Am I the only one who can use it? I'll do that if that's what you want. Ahaha. It's not a bad suggestion. Father has been leaving me to Aunt Shannonette every time he's gone for a while. I don't have enough time and space to organize my thoughts by myself. But I'd like to have my own library. But I want to have something else as my birthday present. Oh, what might that be? It's not that big. Grandfather, could you do me a favor later